Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel. You Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Gotta give all praises honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah. The Most High, the Heavenly Father, his Hebrew name is Yahweh. Not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Mosai, not Lord, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahaya, not Allah. It's Yahweh. And his only begotten son name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shah. Not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Serapis Christos, not Yeshaya, not Yehoshua. It's Yahweh Shah. So we gotta give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, whether consulted or not. And a sincere salutation to all the Ark pushing the truth and believing the truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hopeful elect. And shalom to the Ark who are listening and learning, the few sisters who are listening. I'm Isaiah from GMS Solano Camp coming into another lesson in truth, facts, faith, and edification, another daily edification. Lord willing, this be edifying. So I titled this lesson, this truth, this faith walk don't supposed to be easy. This walk, this truth, walking in the faith of Yahweh Shemashah don't supposed to be easy. And everything that we was taught growing up, whether you was in whatever plantation Christianity doctrine you was in, we was all taught lies, right? We was all told the opposite of what truth is. Because here in Babylon the Great, this devil has established lies throughout the four corners of the earth. Well, the scriptures say, Habakkuk 2:14, that the knowledge of the Lord shall fill the earth. The knowledge and the glory of the Lord shall fill the earth as the waters cover the sea, right? So, as I tell you in 2 Corinthians 10, let me read this. And this is just a little exhortation lesson, because this faith walk is not supposed to be easy. And these trials and tribulations, these adversities and afflictions is a part of the straight gate. So in 2 Corinthians 10 and 3 it reads, for though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through power, Yahweh Shemashah, to the pulling down of strongholds. And the strongholds is Plantation Christianity. The strongholds is the philosophies of the world. You keeping up with the Joneses, right? Trying to be successful, getting your PhD, your masters, your bachelors, your associates, right? The philosophies of the world, man. These are all lies. It say, for the weapons of our warfare, not carnal. Carnal meaning you walking in the flesh. And who taught you to walk in the flesh? Esau Edom, man. Esau Edom taught you to walk in the flesh. They taught our parents, our grandparents. That's why Big Mom them always said, if you just apply your mind to the system, keep your head down, and you can be successful just like they is, right? Well, you'll never be successful like them, man. Why? Because this is not your rest. They have generational wealth. They have a thing called white privilege, man. Job 9:24 privilege, man. You was never going to be the same. You was never going to be equal to these devils, man. So what they did to make you feel like you've been accepted is to condition you to be carnal minded, man. That's what these devils did. These devils is, hey, that's why I tell you in Ephesians 6 that they are conniving, that they say the wiles of the devil, which wiles mean they're cunning arts. They crafty, trickery, conniving works, man. So what they did was taught you to jump out the spirit and be carnal, man. It said, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through power, Yahweh Shemashah, to the pulling down of strongholds. So everything these devils has taught us from a child up, this truth is breaking down all these strongholds, man. It's a casting down imaginations, because that's what we living at. We live in an imaginary world. We using imaginary money. They got a whole system set up It's called our fiat currency, man. It's called a Ponzi scheme, right? To keep everybody in debt, man. It's a casting down imaginations. Everything about Esau, Edom, and his kingdom is imaginary, man. It ain't real. They just sold it to us that this is the way of life. And it's not, man. According to these scriptures, this is not the way of life. So when you wake up to the truth, it's gonna be hard for you, man. It's a casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of Yahweh Shema Shah, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of a Mashiach. This is the hopeful elect waking up to the truth and having a readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled. You done repented. The Lord put the Spirit on you. The Lord gave you, he shed the light on you, right? However you learned it, whether somebody woke you up or you came across the videos of the apostles, the Lord shed the light on you. It say, and having in a readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled. It's just like when you hear people talking, might be at the plantation, might be somewhere else. You hear people talking, they might be talking about Jesus Christos, and you might want to jump in. No, that's not for you to do that, man. But that's that having a readiness to revenge. It's a and having a readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled. You might be at a family gathering. You might hear some say something. You might be ready to jump in and be like and revenge the gospel because that's what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be defending the gospel, but that ain't for you to do, man. Right? If they don't ask you your opinion, it's not for you. But that spirit that we got ready to avenge this truth. But this devil, as it said, let me get this Isaiah 59. Isaiah, Isaiah 59. Because when you wake up to this truth, you be ready to go against everything that you was taught, man. And shalom to the occupant hour from the coming board, shalom. For tuning in, you have about Shema Shah Rocket Thumb. This is Isaiah 59 and 15. It reads, yeah, truth faileth. Why? Because who's in rulership, man? Who's in rulership? As a matter of fact, let's get this. This is Proverbs 29. It's because of who's in rulership, there is no truth in the earth, man. This is Proverbs 29 and 12. It reads, if a ruler hearken to lies, all his servants are wicked. Who is the ruler? Esau, Edom. With Job 13 and 4 say they are forges of lies, man. Right? Let's get this. This is Psalms. This is Psalms 119 and 69. Because that's what these devils do, man. They have forged lies throughout the four corners of the earth. Therefore, Jake is cleaving to that madness. It's the proud, this is Psalm 119 and 69. The proud have forged a lie against me. Against who? You so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians, and told you that you was just my auntie, my daddy's sister. Her husband told me that we was Hamites, man. He said, "Oh, we Hamite. We come from." He straight up told me some years ago. He said, "We come from Noah's youngest son, Ham." And I gave him. I had some things I gave him. I used to type out a lot of stuff. The brother that woke me up to the truth, he gave me a lot of different things to start learning. He had all on paper, so I used to make copies and used to give them to different people. So I gave him one of the papers and showed him the genealogies in Genesis 10. I said, "Bro, we are not from Ham, man. We from Shem." He was like, "No, we from Ham. He said we Gentiles." Listen, man, this devil have forged lies in the earth, man. And Jake, still in 2022, they still believe it, man. Well, that's the Lord said. The Lord said the deceiving deceive are his, man. 2/3 not meant to understand this. They're not meant to get it. The heathens are not meant to understand this. Psalm 119 and 69, the proud have forged a lie against me. Who? Against us. You Hebrew Israelites, man. To tell you that you are spicks, spooks, porch monkeys, wetbacks, and savages, man. They forge, when you forge something, it's there, it's branded, it's sealed, man. They forge weapons, right? Who you think make the weapons? They forge, when something is forged, man, it's branded. And that's what happened, man. The proud have forged a lie against me, but I will keep thy precepts with my whole heart. And this is the hopeful elect, man. So going back to this, Proverbs 29 and 12, it reads, if a ruler, if the ruler hearken to lies, all his servants are wicked, man. It said the same thing in Ecclesiastes chapter 10. Ecclesiastes 10 and 1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. You see, in Proverbs 12, Proverbs 29 and 12, it say, an unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. So the reason we got these lies about our Lord and Savior is a so-called white man, and that you are heathens, and the Gentiles in the New Testament is talking about every other nation can come in, mainly Esau, Edom, because nobody ever questions about the Moabites or the Ammonites or the Elamites or the Ishmaelites or the Hamites. It's always by Edomites, right? Proverbs 12, Proverbs 29 and 12 again. If a ruler hearken to lies, all his servants are wicked. So the reason Jake walking around the way they is today is because of the ruler that have forged these lies in the earth, man. This is Job 13 and 4. But ye are forgers of lies. Not one lie, not some lies, all of them, man. But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are physicians of no value, man. So when the Lord put the light on you, right? When the Lord put that light on you and you begin to wake up, well, the scriptures say this. This is Proverbs 29 and 18. And in the day, and in that day, shall the deaf hear the words of the book. Listen, and in that day shall the deaf hear the words of the book. Was we not deaf? Was we blind? Was we not blind? Right? It say, and in that day shall the deaf hear the words of the book, and the eyes of the blind shall see out of obscurity. Obscurity meaning darkness, gloominess, right? As that WRC, when reality clears, what do you see? You see truth. You see reality, man. It's a, and in that day shall the deaf hear the words of the book. These devils been pushing this for so long, trying to keep us from hearing these words, man. Well, the Lord says gonna come upon a time that thy eyes shall see thy teachers. And these devils trying to figure out how, and the apostles talked about it, man. The devils pulled up on them, talking about how did they find out, how did they get all this information, man? The Lord said in Psalms 85 and 11, it said, truth shall spring out of the earth, man. Truth shall spring out of the earth. That's why we're trying to tell these devils, it has nothing to do with you. The reason that the truth was taken away from us, man. It was the Lord. It tell you that it was that Ezekiel 39, the Lord say, and the heathen shall know that Israel went into captivity because of me, not because of you. I just let you rule over them. See, these devils is hurt, man. It's again, hey, this is cold, man, because all the lies that have been pushed to us from the kid all the way up to now, man, them lies have been washed away with truth, man. As they tell you in 2nd Ezra 6 and 27, man, it say evil shall be quenched with what? If that's an evil fire that's quenched, what quenches it? Water, man. Right? These rivers of living waters, man. It say, and in that day shall the deaf hear the words of the book. We was all deaf. That's what Isaiah said in Isaiah 6 and 9, man. How long shall they be like this? The 2/3. And in that day shall the deaf hear the words of the book, and the eyes of the blind shall see out of obscurity and out of darkness. Obscurity meaning out of darkness. You see, Isaiah 9 and 2. Let's read that real quick before I'm going to come back. We're in some beautiful times, man. And though it seems like it's troubling, it's not, man. It's not. Just stay focused. Just stay focused, man. Because this devil is steady pushing. He can't deceive you. What are you doing? He trying to get you getting to the kids now. Everybody Everything is being pushed. Transformers, adultery, they done legalized marijuana all over the four corners of the earth, right? Because Jake is waking up and this devil trying to use everything they got to keep the rest of them asleep, man. Isaiah 92. The people that walk in darkness have seen a great light. That's what I'm reading Isaiah 29 and 18. They seen the light. Why? Because it was time, man. The people that walked in darkness have seen a great light. They that dwell in the land of the shadow of death, upon them have the light shined. And they can't stop it. So what are they gonna do? They gotta pass, they gotta legalize marijuana everywhere. They gotta legalize, they got you, they done trained you already to be carnal minded. So these things is exciting to you. Like, oh man, they done passed marijuana. We can smoke. All you gotta do is get your license. You can ride around. Jake love that, man. Well, you have already been conditioned before they legalized in all 50 states. You have been conditioned to cleave to these ways, man. You have been conditioned to want to commit adultery, to want to sleep with two women at the same time. You have been conditioned to these things, man. Because this devil, what he's known as, devil mean accuser. He's the accuser. He's the slanderer, man. So what he's trying to do is keep you going off. Therefore, he say, "Oh, the Lord ain't gonna deal with these people." Cause look at them. Look at, they don't even know they eating beef and I got pork in it. Look, they think they drinking whatever, but I got pork and I got pork in it, man. Listen, because these devils is carnal minded. We can't be over righteous. What we don't know ain't gonna kill us. And that's what the Lord say, pray over everything. When you drinking a bottle of water, pray over it. Whatever it is, man, whatever you eating, whatever you drinking, that's law. Pray over it. Because these devils is doing things that try to accuse it to the Lord, man. It say Isaiah 29:18, and in that day shall the deaf hear the words of the book. And these devils see this. They see Jake waking up. I'm talking about fast, man. Quick understanding of the scripture tell you in Daniel 12. It say, and the eyes of the blind shall see out of obscurity and out of darkness. The meek also shall increase their joy in the Lord. Who is the meek? This is the hopeful elect that's waking up, man. We don't care about nothing that's going on in the world, man. We rejoicing at doing lessons. We rejoicing at watching brother do lessons. We rejoicing at how brother fellowship. You might pop up and see watching the video and brothers like, man, these you got another camp joining with another camp. That's the joy, man. The brotherhood. And this devil hate that, man. He hate that. Like the one brother was saying, Jake pulled up on him, asking about a lighter. And the brother said, no, we don't got no lighter. So the nigga said, none of y'all smoke? It's like telling y'all out here, nobody smoke? No, not one of us smoke, man. This devil hate that, man. Okay? And it's thousands of us. And we don't smoke. None of that, man. These devils is hot. No cigarettes, no Black and Miles, no weed. These devils is hurting, man. It say, the meek also shall increase their joy in the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, and the poor among men shall rejoice in the Holy One of Israel. This is talking about the whole elect, the meek and the poor, man. We're rejoicing in the Lord, man. Not that these devils done passed, legalized marijuana. Oh, they done gave Equity Act rights to the transformers. No, man. We're rejoicing in this truth. And these devils is hurt. This is verse 20, Isaiah 29 and 20. Listen, for the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed. Esau, Edom, and 2/3 of Jake. But they're talking about this devil because he's the one that did these things. It say, for the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut down. Who watch for iniquity? It tell you in Psalms 10, what it say? Let's get it real quick. This devil, man, as it tell you in Jeremiah 5, it said a leopard shall watch over your cities. In Jeremiah 5, who is the leopard? Is Esau Edom, man. This Psalms 10, let me read up in verse. This is Psalms 10 and verse 7. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Cursing, deceit, and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. Man, this devil is given over to straight wickedness, man. It say, he sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. What villages? Where you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, you West Indians, and Haitians are at. And he sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places doeth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doeth catch the poor when he draweth them into his net. Through what? Because he have conditioned you through the years to be carnal minded, man. To be carnal minded. Got you thinking that you need a gun in your house to protect your family. This devil got you thinking that, man. This devil got you thinking that you need a gun in your house to protect your family, man. He got you thinking that, man. We ain't have no guns in ancient time, man. We need no swords, none of that, man. But this devil have conditioned you hundreds of years to be carnal minded, man. If you don't got a gun, you need some knives, a bat. You watch these movies. Esau got a bat, man. What you need a bat for, man? Well, who promoted? Who promoted drugs, robbery, theft, killing? The one that's going to be destroyed. He brought that to the earth. That's why this counsel have to be cut out. And to tell you in Job 18, it had to get rooted up, man. I want to get back to the point. Isaiah 29. Because this walk don't supposed to be easy, man. So back in Isaiah 29, reading again. And in that day shall the deaf hear the words of the book, and the eyes of the blind shall see out of obscurity and out of darkness. The meek also shall increase their joy in the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah, and the poor among men shall rejoice in the Holy One of Israel. It said the poor among men, the Israelites that scattered among the heathens. For the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off. That's what he do. 1 Peter 5 and 8. It says a roaring lion, right? Walketh about, seeking all who may devour. What the Lord asked Job, what did the Lord ask Satan in Job 1? Where did y'all come from? He said, what? From walking up and down in the earth, and from going to and fro up in it, right? He's the lion. This is verse 21. This is the point. Because this is what this devil had did, man. That make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate, and turn aside the just for a thing of naught. It say that make a man an offender for a word. Why is he doing that? Because you have departed from evil. It say, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate. So they ain't at 2/3 of Jake. Select you. They don't care about 2/3 of Jake. They at the ones that's reproving in the gate, man. That's who they at, man. As they tell you in Revelation, man. They don't care about Jake that's smoking marijuana, got marijuana license and living it up and partying. No, man. They at the hopeful elect, man. Why? Because none of us smoke. Okay? We don't walk around with lighters. At least we light incense at the camp, and that's in the backpack. Okay? That's in the backpack to light incense, man. We ain't walking around with no lighters. We don't got cigarettes. It say Revelation 12 and 17. And that's why these devils is hot, man. Because, hey, the Lord got his spirit in the earth, man. And Jake is waking up in innumerable numbers, man. You see what vocab said? Innumerable numbers, man. And if you can number all of Israel who's waking up, that'll be wickedness, man. The Lord told King David in 1 Chronicles 21, man. When they tell you that Satan tempted King David, man. You can't number. You can't, I don't care what your numbers say. You can't number the Israelites that's waking up to this truth, man. This is Revelation 12 and 17. The dragon was wroth with the woman, the dragon being the Roman Empire, and today is North America, Babylon the Great, the revived Roman Empire, man. North America is a revived Greek and Roman Empire, man. And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed. Why? For what? We ain't doing nothing. Which keep the commandments of power, Yahweh Shema Shai, and have the testimony of Yahweh Shai Mashiach. These devils is wroth with the hopeful elect, man, because you don't smoke, because you don't eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, because you ain't out here trying to party and play in the downtown, the clubs, hanging out, right? So it said what? That making man an offender for a word. Why is he doing that? Right here. Again, read it again. The brother got on the comment board. I read it a little while ago. Isaiah 59 and 15. Yeah, true, fellowth, and he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey, man. You make yourself a prey when you ain't following the ways of the world, man. Now it's a problem with this devil. So, yeah, true, fellowth, and he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey. And the Lord saw it, and it did please him that there was no judgment, man. The Lord is pissed off that nobody's coming, that these, well, he's pissed off at 2/3 of Jake, but that's their lot. And how hot these devils got us going off and adding stuff to the food, man. Putting pork in your food. You think you eating something that's lawful, and there's some abominations in it, man. The Lord is hot about that, man. He's hot about that. That it's not more Jakes that's fighting for this truth, man. But that's their lot. So Isaiah 29, again, it says this in 21. It say, for the terrible one is brought to naught, which is Esau, Edom, so-called white man, your elites, and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off, that make a man an offender for a word, and lay snare for him that reproveth in the gate. Who's doing this? It's these elites, man. And turn aside the just for a thing of naught, man. In Jeremiah 5, let's read this. This is Jeremiah 5. Um, let's see. Salakia, bear with me. It say this Jeremiah 5 and verse 6. It reads, wherefore a lion of the out and a lion, wherefore a lion out of the forest shall slay them, and a wolf of the evenings shall spoil them. A leopard shall watch over their cities. Everyone that goeth out thence shall be torn in pieces, because their transgressions are many, and their backslidings are increased. Who is this lion? I just read in Psalm 10. Is Esau Edom? It say, wherefore a lion out of the forest shall slay them, and a wolf of the evenings shall spoil them. Who's spoiling us? This devil. Psalm 10 and 10 say, he croucheth and humble himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones. So who is he setting up? Who is the wolves? Your TD Snakes, your Theflo Dollar, your Geno Jennings, your Pastor Brian, your Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackass, and all these other bug out leaders of these so-called camps, man. These niggas is the wolves. What the Lord said in Isaiah 13 and 4, O Israel, thy prophets are like the foxes in the desert, man. That's these niggas. What it say? Look, this nigga Vocab Malone is a wolf. Listen to this. This is Ezra chapter 4. Those are these niggas said. This is Ezra 4. No, Nehemiah 4. These guys say, this Nehemiah 3. Now Tobiah the Ammonite was by him, and he said, even that which they build, if a fox go up, he shall even break down their stone wall. You see? And who set up these foxes? Esau Edom. This nigga is the wolf. He's the lion. He's the leopard, man. The Lord said in Ezekiel, this truth don't supposed to be easy, man. This walk don't supposed to be easy, man. Ezekiel 13:4, O Israel, thy prophets are like the foxes in the desert, man. So, back in Jeremiah 5, that's talking about this devil, man. This Jeremiah 5:6. Wherefore a lion out of the forest shall slay them, and a wolf of the evenings shall spoil them. A leopard shall watch over their cities. What leopard? Esau Edom. This all applies to Esau Edom, man. Everyone that goeth out thence shall be torn in pieces. Why? Because their transgressions are many and their backslidings are increased, man. It say, verse 7, how shall I pardon thee for this? Thy children have forsaken me and sworn by them that are no gods, Jesus Christos, when I had fed them to the full, then they committed adultery, spiritual adultery, worshiping these other gods, and assembled themselves by troops in the harlots' houses. What's the harlot house? These churches, man. Who set these churches up? Esau Edom, man. It's called Plantation Christianity, man. These devils, they go get they philosophies from this devil, the same Plantation Christianity, and they come back and deceive you with it, man. You see, this truth don't supposed to be easy, man. The Lord set these devils up to deceive 2/3 of his own people, man. So when you depart from evil, right? This truth make you a prey, man. Why? It said in Isaiah 29:21, because this devil make a man in offender for a word, right? Him that reproof in the gate, man. And this is how the Lord set this up. This is 2 Corinthians. Oh, let me go back to this real quick. Proverbs 29:12, it reads, if a ruler hearken to lies, all his servants are wicked. This is verse 14. Proverbs 29:14. The king that faithfully judgeth the poor, his throne shall be established forever, man. So you got this wicked king. Let's read again. Proverbs 29:12. If a ruler hearken to lies, all his servants are wicked. Verse 14. The king that faithfully judgeth the poor, his throne shall be established forever. What are we supposed to be doing? Let's get this. 2nd Ezra 2. Let's read this. This is what we're supposed to be doing, man. This is 2nd Ezra 2. So lucky, bear with me. It's 2nd Ezra 2 and verse 20, right? It reads, do right to the widow, judge for the fatherless. We are the widows. We are the fatherless. Oh, we once was. Do right to the widow, judge for the fatherless, give to the poor, defend the orphan, clothe the naked. With what? How do you clothe the naked? With the garments of praise, man. Right? It's a heal the broken and the weak, left not a lame man to scorn, defend the maimed, and let the blind man come into the sight of my clearness. Right? I read in Isaiah 29:18. Right? It said the deaf hear and the blind see, man. This truth. Keep the old and the young within thy walls. Wheresoever thou findest the dead, take them and bury them. And this devil didn't do that. Revelation 11, right? It said, where their dead bodies shall lie in the streets of that great city, right? They didn't tell us who we were. Well, the Lord said he was going to put his spirit back in the earth and we was going to learn it, man. We was going to be taught by men. It say, wheresoever thou findest the dead, take them and bury them, and I will give thee the first place in my resurrection, man. Abide still, O my people, and take thy rest. Well, taking this yoke of Yahweh Shema Shah, right? Matthew 11:28. Yahweh said, take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly, right? Abide still, O my people, and take thy rest, for thy quietness still come. Nourish thy children, O thou good nurse, establish their feet. What's the good nurse? It's this wisdom, man. So feel, man, right? And how does so feel get pushed out, man? Through the men of the Lord. It say, nourish thy children, O thou good nurse. So these men of Israel, these hopeful elect men the Lord chose, these are the nurses that's giving them so feel, man. Establish their feet, man. And you see, brothers, and you say establish their feet. In Revelation 11, Ezekiel 37, it said, what? A exceeding great army shall stand up, man. Right? They shall stand upon their feet, man. Real quick, let me get this. This is Colossians chapter 2 and verse 6. It reads, As ye therefore, as ye have therefore received Hamashiach Yahweh the Lord, so walk ye in him, rooted and built up in him, and established in the faith, as ye have been taught, abound therein with thanksgiving, man. Now this is 2 Corinthians 6. I'm gonna start at 1. It reads, We then, as workers together with him, beseech ye also that ye receive not the grace of power in vain. For he saith, I have heard thee in a time accepted, and in the day of salvation have I succored thee, which succored mean to be helped. Have I succored thee? Behold, now is the accepted time. Behold, now is the day of salvation. Given no offense in anything, in nothing. These devils gonna put transcripts on certain videos, right? Give no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed. I remember a couple years ago, Elder Malcolm was saying how, as the scripture tell you in Colossians 4, right, verse 5 and 6, about being seasoned with salt, right? Sometimes we use rude speech, right, what the world call profanity, which they don't understand what profane mean, which mean outside the temple, right? Like eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. That's profane. It ain't talking about using what they call so-called curse words, because cursing go into something else. But as the elder was saying, like, you know, not to use so much what they call profanity, rude speech, when you saying bitch, shit, fuck, hell, damn, motherfucker, whatever. Not to use it so much, right? Because the minister be not blamed. Because a lot of people get offended at how you talk, even though it is what it is. It is what it is. At the end of the day, it's not. It's we have been westernized by these different acronyms, right? So give no offense in anything, meaning it's talking about plainly the gospel, right? Rightly dividing the word of truth. It ain't talking about rude speech, but I just had to throw that in there because the elder mentioned that a couple years ago about not being so using so many what the world call harsh words. Let's say it like that because it's not profanity, it's not cursing. But anyway, give no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed, meaning the sound doctrine. Because a little leaven, as tell you in Galatians 5 and 9, a little leaven left the whole lump, right? Give no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed, meaning it's truth. They could tell you, oh, he cuss all the time. So what? But the gospel, my philosophy, according to Yahweh Shema Shai, this doctrine is on point. You can say I be cussing, rude speech, whatever, but you can't say this gospel is off. It say, but in all things, approving ourselves as the ministers of Yahweh Shema Shai, it say in much patience, in afflictions, in necessities, in distresses, right? We have a lot of distresses. It say in stripes, in imprisonments, in tumults, in labors, in watchings, in fastings. These are things that we often should do. You're dealing with some type of demon spirit you feel, fast, right? Because they tell you in Matthew 21, I think it's verse 17, when and it's crazy because that verse is missing out of the Jehovah Witnesses Bible. When they tell you how when Yahushua told the disciples, the only way you can get rid of these type of demons is by praying and fasting. That verse is missing out of the Jehovah Witness Bible, man. It's missing. So I was like, man, maybe they don't want them to get rid of their demons that they got. So it say in stripes, imprisonments, in tumults, in labors, in watchings. That's what we're supposed to be doing. watching. You filtering the news through the scriptures. You watching world news, letting Jake know what's going on. Like, man, right now, when you read in Revelation 7 how the angels is holding back the four winds, you see what's going on? So as the angel holding back the four winds, right? A little bit of plan out over here, a little bit of this, MOTB, a little bit of rumors of wars, a little bit of pestilence, a little bit of famine. These things are happening, man. Look, uproars of the people, right? When you leave North America, there are a lot of seditions going on, man. It's a lot of martial law and what they call this curfews, man. When you leave North America, these things are happening, man. It just ain't hit here yet because the Lord is saving the best for last. So you got the MOTB playing out heavy right now. You got, and what's the main two? What's the main three prophecies we waiting on? You're gonna have Jacob's trouble, MOTB, and World War III. And what's playing out real heavy right now? The MOTB is everywhere, man. It's everywhere. It's mainstream media, man. And what else mainstream media? World War III, man. Mainstream media. Famine, food shortages, mainstream media, man. So it say in stripes, imprisonment, in tumults, in laborings, in watchings. You're supposed to be upon your high tower, man. Watching, man. As the scripture said, whether you're on the, which is whether you're on the rooftop or you're in the tower, man. Right? That's what we doing. Stand out there in great boldness. We are on the rooftops. We in the towers, man. It say in fastings, by pureness, by knowledge, by long suffering, by kindness, by the Holy Spirit, by love unfeigned, by the word of truth, by the power of Yahweh Shema Mashah, by the armor of righteousness on the right hand and on the left, by honor and dishonor, by evil report and good report. What did 2/3 of Jake say? This is evil report. This is not how the Lord is. This ain't gonna happen. Y'all going off. Y'all what they call us? They call us what is the whole rape doctrine, right? It said by evil report and good report, as deceivers and yet true, man. They can't get it. So to 2/3 of Jake, this is evil report. To the heathens, this is evil report. What Trump said, perennial prophets of doom. They want to see us do bad. You have them and I have them. They want to see us do bad, but we would not. Well, according to the Lord, you will. So this truth has been demonized as evil report, man. As it's a by honor and dishonor, by evil report and good report to them that receive the truth, right? To them that repent and turn back and be converted. This is good report. But to everybody else, this is evil report that North America gonna be destroyed by fire, right? That's gonna be a famine and pestilence. The MOTB about to be made mandatory. World War III, missiles finna destroy Babylon the Great. This is an evil report. But to them that's in the know, this is a good report because this is what we need. We're ready for this, man. As unknown and yet well known. Yeah, man. And the apostles always say the elite's been watching the apostles for years, man. So as it seems as you think you unknown, you think because you ain't getting that many views, you think you ain't being watched, you are being watched, man. It say as unknown and yet well known. This lady at Google said what? They had to get they 10,000 people that watch these videos. They had to get them counselors, man. Because this truth is well known of Yahweh Shema Bashai, man. So don't think because you ain't getting many views. Don't think that them people ain't watching you, man. Listen, man. As unknown and yet well known, as dying, and behold, we live. While we die, put off the old man. We are dead to the world, man. We are dead to the world. You are dead to your friends, your associates, let's say, your associates, your family. You are dead to them, man. You are dead. Everything that goes on in this world, you are dead to it. It say what? As unknown and yet well known, as dying, and behold, we live, as chastened and not killed, man. Right? Proverbs 3 and 11. The Lord say, don't despise the chastening of the Lord. Right? In Proverbs 3. As sorrowful that repenting, you repented, we are sorrowful. Hey, Every day we pray to the Lord, man, to forgive us for what we have done, man. Every day, as sorrowful, yet always rejoicing, man. Why? Because the Lord let the light shine on you, man. Now you know who you are. Now you know what you got to do, Lord willing, to get out of here, man. Now you know how we got here, man. It say as sorrowful, yet always rejoicing. Why? Because the Akim and the Akwaf are waking up, being activated every day. Reactivated, man. That's all it is. You are being reactivated. Lord willing, we endure to the end, man. As sorrowful, yet always rejoicing. As it said in Isaiah 9, man. It said they rejoice according to the joy and harvest, man. Right? Yahweh Shah said in Matthew 9, pray to the Father, right? Because the harvest is plenteous, but the labors are few. It say, as poor, yet making many rich. Are we not rich? In the words of Yahweh Shema Shah, in his wisdom, knowledge, understanding, we are rich, man. It say, as poor, yet making many rich, as having nothing, and yet possessing all things, man. You think you don't got nothing? But the Lord woke you up again, and you still calling Yahweh Shema Shah, and you still did a lesson, and you still watching videos, because the Lord can easily take that away from you. Easily. He can take that away from you. And you could be bugged out watching rap videos and smoking weed, man. So again, it say 2 Corinthians 6 and 10, as sorrowful, yet always rejoicing because of this truth, man. How the Lord, we get into that point, we're like, man, we don't deserve this. We do, man. This is our heritage, man. Second, Revelation 2 and 4, hey, it say, you have put off the first love, man. This is our first love, man. This is us, man. So we get into that spirit like, man, the Lord, yeah, this us, man. You should be rejoicing in this, man. The Lord gave you this. This is our heritage. He said he would not give his glory unto another, man. This is us, man. This is who we are. This is where we going, man. This is our book. These are our customs. This is our heritage, man. This is our lineage, man. And rightfully so, man. So don't always be talking about we don't deserve this, we ain't worthy of this. We is, man. He's showing it to us now, man. He brought us back to it. You see, you have understanding. Hey, this is us, man. It say as sorrowful, yet always rejoicing. Yeah, we was messed up. Yeah, he casted us off, but he bringing us back, man. As poor, yet making many rich. As having nothing, and yet possessing all things, man. Isaiah 33 and 6, man. For wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times. And it say, let's read it. We got everything we need, man. There is nothing else that you need. When you seek Yahweh Shema Shah first, everything else gonna be added, man. Psalm 68:19, the Lord say he daily loadeth us with benefits. And I say it all the time. If you're looking for anything else outside of your daily benefits that's coming from on high, you are a wicked nigga. And the Lord gonna destroy you, man. Isaiah 33 and 6. And wisdom and knowledge, let's read verse 5. The Lord Yahweh is exalted, for he dwelleth on high. He hath filled Zion with judgment and righteousness, man. You see, he filling us, man, with this, man. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah, is his treasure. I know the elder brother in Dallas, he going to that a lot about the fear of the Lord is his treasure, man. The treasure of Yahweh Shema Shah is the fear, man. If you don't fear the Lord, man, you ain't a part of that treasure, man. Ecclesiastes 19 and 18, it reads, the fear of the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah, is the first step to be accepted of him, and wisdom obtaining his love, man. So it say, again, Isaiah 33 and 6, reading this point, the fear of the Lord is his treasure, man. That's the treasure of the Lord, man. You fear the Lord? That's the treasure of the Lord, man. It's the fear. And your fear make you move how? What it says in 2 Corinthians? Your fear make you persuade men to this truth, man. Yahweh Shah said in Luke 16:23, go out to the highways and hedges and compel them to come in that my house may be filled, man. This is the fear of the Lord. This is the treasure of the Lord. It's the fear, man. So while these devils think we losing, we ain't losing, man. We have everything that we need, man. Let me get some of your brother precepts. We have everything we need, man. And this walk don't supposed to be easy, man. It's supposed to be this way. Beautiful. This is Bakiyah, Bakiyah, Yasha'Allah, Jeremiah 20:11. But the Lord is with me as a mighty, terrible one. And the Lord, Yahweh Shemam Shah, is with me as a mighty, terrible one. And you got to believe this, man. Therefore, my persecutors shall stumble, and they shall not prevail. They shall be greatly ashamed. They shall not prosper. The everlasting confusion shall never be forgotten. That's beautiful. Let me go back to the top. That was fire. That was fire. And Shalom to all you Akim Nawaf. This is Kazak Ben Yahweh, Psalm 62:10. Trust not in oppression, trust not in oppression, and become not vain in robbery. If riches increase, set not your heart upon them. Right, man. And to tell you that in Ecclesiastes 5, man. Right? If that increase, right? Don't set your heart upon them. Matter of fact, let me read it. Just that first verse. It say, Ecclesiastes 5:1, set thy heart upon thy goods and say not, I have enough for my life, man. Because it ain't gonna save you, man. Because I brought Yahweh Jeremiah 51, Jeremiah 5:14. Wherefore does self Yahweh power of hosts, because you despise his word, behold, I will make my words in thy mouth fire, and this people would, and it shall devour them. He put up Psalms 65:2. It reads, Oh that thou, oh that thou hearest prayer, unto thee shall all flesh come. Right, man? It said, iniquities prevail against me. As for our transgressions, thou shalt purge them away. And that's what's going on, man. So we ain't gonna, you can't keep being on that woe in me spirit. If you is on that, you can't be on that, man. The Lord has given us this truth back, man. It say verse 4, blessed is the man whom thou choosest and causest to approach unto thee, that he may dwell in thy courts. We shall be satisfied with the goodness of thy house, even of thy holy temple. And this holy temple is a spiritual temple. And to tell you in what is that? First Peter 2:5, it say, ye also as lively stones are built up a spiritual house, man. This is a spiritual house. Them devils, I did a lesson on a couple years ago. These devils talking about over there in Israel, they title waiting on the Messiah return. So they're going to build a third temple themselves. The third temple, you nuts, is so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians, man. Hebrew Israelites, the hopeful elect, man. The third temple is being built, man. This is in this lightning Yasha a Shalom, Yahba Shema Brakata. Psalm 19:5. A false witness shall not be unpunished, and he that speaketh lies shall not escape, man. You can't get away. Oh, you know my favorite precept now. Job, let's read this. This is Job 11:20. It reads, but the eyes of the wicked shall fail, and they shall not escape. And their hope, whose hope? Esau Edom hope, the so-called white man's hope, the elites. You Rothschilds, you Rockefellers, you Oppenheimers, you DuPonts, you Gettys. But the eyes of the wicked shall fail, and they shall not escape. And their hope shall be as the giving up of the ghost. That's the best hope they got, man. Do you understand the Lord saying right here? The best hope that Esau Edom got is to just give up the ghost, man. Again, Proverbs 19:5, it reads, a false witness shall not be unpunished, and he that speaketh lies shall not escape. They can't get away, man. Beautiful. That's why the Lord say this. 1 Thessalonians 5:1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. Why? The Lord said he's going to, in Jeremiah 5 and 3, he's going to give, Jeremiah 3 and 15, he's going to give us prophets that shall feed us according to Yahweh Shema Shah's will, man. Right? We got these letters, man. It say, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah, so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction comes upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Right? And verse 4 say, I gotta read it. In verse 4 say, but ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. We know, we watching, man. That's the whole point of watching, man. We are watching diligently, man. Lord willing, the Lord keep the spirit on us to continue watching, man, to endure, man, because there's nothing else better to do than this work, man. This is the greatest work ever, man. This is Zach Bunyan Hawley put up Proverbs 27:17. Iron sharpened of iron, so a man sharpened the countenance of his friend. And that's what we doing with these lessons, man. With these epistles, man. This is Azara, if I'm pronouncing it right. Azara, Yahweh, Matthew 16 and 24. Then said Yahweh unto his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. And that's what the Lord said in Luke 20:28. Ye are they which have continued with me in my temptations. Therefore, I appointed to you a kingdom, man. And Yahweh said he's not going to eat, he's not going to drink until the elect is with him in the kingdom, man. Verse 25, for whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. Verse 26, for what is a man, profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? You nothing, because it tell you in 1 Corinthians 6:19 and 20 that we was bought with a price, man. It's also in 1 Corinthians 7, man. We was bought with a price. So it say, glorify the Lord in your body, man. How do you glorify the Lord? Hey, Yahweh Shema Shah, man. You pushing these names. First and foremost, the names of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, must be pushed, man. It tell you that in what is that? Matthew 28. Let's read that. This verse 27 reads, Matthew 16 and 27 from the brother Azariah Yahweh. For the Son of Man shall come in his glory of his Father with his angels, and then he shall reward every man according to his works, man. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. This is matter of fact, let me get that before I forget it. What was I finna get? See, my spirit be moving, man. Hold on. Let me re-jog my memory. See, I forgot just that quick. Man. Let me read it again. For the Son of Man shall come in his glory of his Father with his angels, and then he shall reward every man according to his works. See, I forgot, but you know what? I got another one. This is I forgot. My mind I be having so many precepts running through my mind, man. It's Ecclesiastes 51 and 30. Work your work B times, and in his time, whose time? Yahweh Shai, he will give you your reward. Let's read this again. Matthew 16 and 26. Of verse 27, for the Son of Man shall come in the glory of his Father with his angels, and then he shall reward every man according to his works, man. So Ecclesiastes 51 and 30, work your work B times, and in his time he will give you your reward. This is probably better than the precept I was thinking about getting. You see that? The Lord's going to give us our reward, man. All we got to do is stay on the grind. Stay praying up. Stay praying to the Lord that He increase your strength, man. That they increase your wisdom, knowledge, understanding, that you may feed the sheep how they ought to be fed, man. This is the brother Virgin Island Straight Gate, Matthew